Hey good people of the Nord community, people have been asking for another update, so here I am. Where do we start? I usually start with water, so let's go with that. Water's going down absolutely fine now. I don't struggle at all to get the 2 litres down at all. I'm doing probably 2 to 3 litres a day now. I can drink it normally again, so alright, it's not you're not downing it, but you're taking good sips each time, so it's like a full mouthful. So obviously that's a good thing. Teas, coffees, they're okay. I've actually switched over to soy milk because normal milk's not going so well. Cheese is still a no-go. Anything dairy, basically, I'm trying to avoid because it causes me to have a bit of a dumping syndrome. So meat's not tolerated, so I tend to eat meat and then it comes straight back up again sort of 5-6 minutes later. So essentially what's happened is I've become a vegan. This is not a bad thing. There's lots of lovely plant-based proteins out there you can get. I'm kind of ignoring that a little bit. I'm doing sort of protein shakes and just eating basically as a vegan stroke vegetarian, trying to avoid dairies as much as I can. I'm making protein shakes, they're pretty good. Water-based ones, obviously not milk-based ones. I haven't tried one with soy milk yet. I was going to try that next week when I'm not at work, just in case. It's not so good to have a good dumping syndrome when you're at work. That doesn't go down too well. On the side of protein shakes, we've got Holland and Barrett currently doing buy a kilo of their protein shakes and get one for a penny. So essentially buy one get one free. So I got some of that, the cherry bakewell one and the chocolate peanut one. They're both very good, low in sugar, low in fat, high in protein, made with water. So if you're buying your grenades, etc. like that, you're going to end up spending £2.50 on something that's 300 mils, whereas you get 40 servings for 40 quid. So it's 80 servings basically for 40 quid, so it makes it 50 pence per 350 mils. So it's much more affordable than trying to go grenade all the way. Other things that I've found, let's have a quick look. The grenade bars are good, low in sugar, high in protein, as are these little protein brownies that I found from Lidl's. They work out at £2.99 for 3, so you get £1 each. But I think they have something silly like 15 grams of protein in each little brownie and about 2 grams of sugar or something like that. I remember it being very, very low. I also found a new sort of protein water called, I think it's Vive, Vieve. I found it through Sean. Shout out to Sean Player. Good shout on that one. The watermelon one is delicious. So you can get them on Drink. So it's DRINK Vieve, Vieve.co.uk. They're currently doing a referral system. So if you hit me up on here, I'll give you a code. You get half price, I get half price. Win-win really, isn't it? But each one of those is sugar-free and they have like 20 grams of protein in a 500 ml water. That's just win-win, isn't it? So I went camping. I went to the Bug Jam Festival. Boom, that was awesome, don't get me wrong. Great festival, had great fun. That was where I had my first dumping syndrome. That was not fun at all. So there was very limited food sources there, and third day, not fun. It's a lot of running to the toilet and everything going through your system way too quickly because you're eating the wrong things, you're trying to drink the wrong things. It didn't go well, but I did have a cheeky cider on the first night and that went down quite nicely. I felt the effects very quickly because I haven't drunk in best part of nearly a year. Had a pint of cider, took me about an hour to drink and I felt the effects straight to my head. It was quite funny. Yeah, got the mick taken out of me a lot for being a big lad and getting knocked on my bottom by a pint of cider. So looking through, I've had a stall, 3-week stall. That was horrific. 3 weeks losing 1 pound in 3 weeks when I'm doing everything I can properly. I think that's probably why I had the blowout at the bug jam, and that didn't end well, because I was kind of like, if I'm not losing, I might as well have something else. That's not a good idea. I will pre-warn you. Anyway, but it has started again. It picked up again last week. So for a week, I've lost another 4 kilos in this week. So that makes a 49 kilo loss. So I've gone from 159 kilos down to 110 kilos, which is about 17 stone 4, I think, or 17 and a half stone, from 25. I've gone from a 5XL shirt down to a 1 or 2XL shirt, and I've gone from a 44-inch waist down to a 36-inch waist. That's just crazy. I'm down lighter and smaller than when I was 16. Do you know what I mean? This is brilliant. I've been doing jiu-jitsu a lot, so I've been doing like 3 times a week to jiu-jitsu as much as I can around work. The last couple of weeks I've not been, because I've just been working relentlessly, but I've started to get things like muscle definition, where I just like fat on my arm and legs before, and my flexibility has gone through the roof with it. And the biggest thing, cardio. I'm not carrying 7.5 stone of extra me, so my cardio is just brilliant. I mean, don't get me wrong, I get tired, but it's way later and I can push through it. I could have never pushed through it before. It's been good. It's been a bit of an unusual few weeks, because obviously I've been doing this, that, the other, trying to find different ways to get protein in, because I've never really had to think about being vegan before, because I was definitely a carnivore. But little things like my hands have got silly definition in them now, whereas I had really fat, chunky hands. Start to get actual definition in arms now. It's sort of, the muscles are there, you know. It's completely different. This isn't what I thought was going to happen. What it is, but like not quite this dramatically. I go to a barber's, have my head shaved, and they do my beard and everything like that. I've been going to the same barber for over a year now, and he said the weirdest thing is behind me is that my neck has really gone in, and it wasn't until he said that I realised that actually, yeah, I've got a bit of a skinny neck now, and you can see like all the muscle in my neck and all the veins and everything like that. That's all that was all fat before. I had a big double chin before, but now it's all sort of there and sort of unusual sort of thing. I mean, I've got, I don't know if you can see it. Don't worry, I'm not stripping off. Nobody wants to see that. But I've got like trap muscles there, shoulder muscles have come in. I mean, they all used to be covered with fat, and it's just not anymore. It's great. See if I can kind of put this down here so I can show you a thingy of me stood up. So yeah, here's me. I mean, look. How's I ever? You know, these are 36-inch from Burton's. This is a 2X from Next. And the 2X is now too baggy for me, so I'll probably need an XL now. I've got my tall, sort of rangy shape back now from the little squat, sort of chunky person I was. I looked much shorter than I actually am, because I was big. So hopefully this helps. A few little bits, like the psychological side of it, I genuinely didn't think that I would be as bad psychologically. So I found it really hard with friends that are going out, not having a massive beers or anything like that, but going out for breakfast, because we usually go out for breakfast with my little ones and things like that. So the inability to do that at the moment is a bit rough. I'm going to try eggs again because hopefully poached eggs will go down. Scrambled eggs and omelettes haven't. So I'm going to try poached eggs again. If we can do poached eggs, that means at least it brings sort of like eggs Benedict into play for me. So we can go out and do that with the kids at least, because they're kind of, oh, let's go out for dinner, let's go out for breakfast, and I'm like, oh, Daddy gone, and I always have to be the one that can't at the moment. And when we were away at the Bug Jam, there was like barbecues on, and everyone's like troshing into all this lush food, and there's me sitting there with my pasta. That was annoying, and I know it's all for the greater good, but I just didn't have a nice time. I had a lovely time at Bug Jam, don't get me wrong, but food-wise just wasn't nice. Silly things like, I drive past like 5 McDonald's on the way to work, and I was just like, oh, I'd love to stop in for breakfast, but you know you can't. Don't get me wrong, it's a good thing that I can't, but it's the little bits like that you start thinking, oh, I just wanna. But yeah, so I'm slowly adjusting. We'll get there, and you know, we'll all get there together. That's what we do in this group, isn't it? Any problems, give me a shout. You know, if I can help, I will. If you just need to ask any silly questions, believe me, there are no silly questions. As shout out to Mark Harwood. This says, shout out to Mark Harwood. I have asked every silly question to him. Honestly, that man's been a legend. I don't know if I'd have got through this if I didn't have somebody to talk to. So if I can be that person for someone, please just hit me up. I'll answer any questions I can. Hopefully these videos are helping some people answer questions that they didn't even know they wanted to know yet. But yeah, health-wise, brilliant. I've not had a single problem with my gastric reflux. That's gone. That's done. That's old news. Blood pressure, pucker. Just trying to convince my GP now that she wants to let me have B12 injections rather than B12 tablets, because doing some research and speaking to some of the GPs here at work, they've said the gastric uptake of B12 tablets isn't as much. Obviously, you don't get as much uptake from it, so a lot of the B12 ends up passing through your system from the tablets. So I'm going to see if I can get on to B12 injections. I just need to wait 2 months and have a B12 test just to make sure that see what my B12 levels are doing. So I can't see them not being low because I've been taking B12, but I'm not sure how much has been going in. I've been taking my vitamins, been taking my vitamin D, taking my calcium. I'm not sure how much is going in. So technically, I think I'm going to need a full blood count of everything just to see what's going on, see what's out of whack. Although I feel great, so I'm not sure I'm deficient in anything. I feel good, you know, but it's just the lack of milk and dairy. I'm sure the calcium's going to go down. But anyway, back on track to, if you need me, give me a shout. You know, I post this from my personal account, so you can always hit me up with it. I frequently check my little messages from people that I'm not friends with, but it might take me a couple of days because I do tend to miss them sometimes. So sorry if it takes me a couple of days to get back to you. But my usual at the end, if you're thinking about doing this, stop thinking, just do it. Okay? Genuinely, it's hard. It is hard. It's not easy. This isn't going to be oh yeah, that's it's an easy fix. It is hard. It's hard work. You have to work at it. But if you work at it, the results are phenomenal. So please, if you're thinking about doing it, do it. It will change your life. Have a good one.